Where is Simon Sandy? By Donna Marie Same and illustrated by Susan Spellman. On an island called Grand Turk, surrounded by a turquoise sea, lived an old man named Simon and his little donkey Sandy. Simon lived in a small stone cottage with a red tin roof. Sandy slept in a cozy shed that Simon had built especially for her. Simon shared his cottage with Blackie the cat and his yard with the Popper the rooster and some very chatty hens. The gate from Simon's yard led the way down the winding path to Cockburn Town. Every morning, when the sun peaked above the sea, Simon hitched Sandy up to a cart full of empty pails and led her to the well. Simon then dipped each pail into the fresh, cold water as Sandy stood waiting until all the pails were brimming full. Sandy knew exactly how long it took Simon to fill the pails. At just the right time, she began to walk the winding road to Cockburn Town. The little donkey loved her job. At the red gate, Sandy waited for Simon to deliver the water and return the empty pail. Simon didn't have to tell Sandy when to move on to the blue gate or the yellow gate. Sandy knew the way. At the end of each day, when Simon and Sandy returned home, Blackie would purr, Popper would crow and flap his wings, and the chatty hens would run around in circles. Simon would reward Sandy with a pail of her own fresh water, some tasty hay, and a crunchy carrot. Sandy loved her crunchy carrots. One morning, as the sun rose hot above the sea, Simon did not come out of his cottage to hook Sandy to her cart. Sandy left her shed and paced back and forth in front of the cottage, praying for Simon to come out. Popper crowed and the chatty hens clucked, but neither Simon nor Blackie came out of the cottage. Where was Simon? It was time to go to work. Sandy walked to the well without Simon and without her cart. She waited the exact amount of time that Simon would have needed to fill all the pails with water. Then she nudged the gate open and walked the winding path to town alone. Sandy arrived at the red gate and stopped. She waited the exact amount of time that Simon would need to deliver the water. She walked to the blue gate and waited. Then she walked on to the yellow gate. Children were playing in front of their house when they saw Sandy come up to the yellow gate. "Where is Simon, Sandy?" the children called to the little donkey. Sandy shook her head and walked on. The children followed Sandy. They stopped at each gate when Sandy stopped and called to the other children to come out and follow Sandy too. When they reached the center of town, the baker saw Sandy and the parade of children. "Where is Simon, Sandy?" he called to the little donkey. Sandy shook her head and walked on. When they passed the clothing store, the storekeeper saw Sandy and the parade of children. "Where is Simon, Sandy?" she called to the little donkey. Sandy shook her head and walked on. When Sandy came to the very last gate, she stopped and the children stopped too. This was the village doctor's house. The doctor looked out of his window and saw all the children. He saw Sandy waiting at his gate. He grabbed his doctor's bag and ran outside. "Where is Simon, Sandy?" he asked the little donkey. Sandy shook her head and walked the winding road up to Simon's stone cottage. The doctor and the parade of children followed close behind her. Sandy brayed for Simon to come out. The doctor knocked on the door. A weak voice said, "Come in." When the doctor opened the door, he saw Simon sitting on the floor with his foot raised up on a stack of pillows. "Simon, what happened?" the doctor asked. "I got up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water, and I tripped over Blackie and I hurt my foot," Simon said. "Blackie is hurt too." The doctor opened his black bag and pulled out a long bandage and a small one. The doctor rolled a long bandage round and round Simon's foot. He wrapped the small one around Blackie's paw. Now you must stay off of your foot until it mends, warned the doctor. But who will deliver the water to all the people in Cockburn Town? Simon asked. Sandy will deliver the water to all the people in Cockburn Town, the children sang through the window. But who will hitch Sandy to her cart and pour the water from the well into the pails? Simon asked. We will hitch Sandy to her cart, and we will pour the water from the well into the pails, the children sang through the window. But who will feed Sandy her fresh water, her tasty hay and crunchy carrot? Simon asked. We will feed Sandy her fresh water, her tasty hay and crunchy carrot, the children sang through the window. Sandy can deliver the water, the good doctor said. She knows the way, the children sang through the window. For the next week, the children came every morning when the sun peaked above the sea. They hitched Sandy to her cart and walked her to the well. They filled all the pails, brimming with water. Then Sandy led the way to town, stopping at the red gate, the blue gate, and then the yellow gate. The people in Cockburn Town waited by their gates for Sandy and the children to come. The children carried the pails of water to each house, returning the empty pails to Sandy's cart. And everyone waited for Simon's foot to mend. Then one day, Simon said to the children, "My foot is all mended." Simon was eager to get back to his work. He did not need the help of the children any longer. The children were glad that Simon's foot was better, but they all had sad faces. Even Sandy hung her head. Simon smiled and said, "All right, you may come along with Sandy and me today." The children cheered, but the next day they looked sad again. So Simon said the children could come along once more. And then again the next day, and the next, and every day after that. And so, if you come to this special island in the Caribbean, look for an old man, his little donkey, and a cart full of pails brimming with water. And following behind them, a parade of children singing and dancing. The end.